ready to square off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Going to get things started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. Yeah.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. For an opener, Purdy to throw. The man, that is Jordan Watkins. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On second down, Purdy. To the right side here, pass is caught. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big-time play for the Niners. An even 40 yards. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Purdy again. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10 at the 14.
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10.
What's up?
On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face third down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Going right, it's taken in. And the Niners going to be set up with first and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain. And
to the goal line and in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
McBride is the motion man. Dak going to put it up right away. They'll look to set up the screen here. That one way too slow and developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
2nd and 10. The play action. It's Prescott. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's good for 27 and a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
We're going to 54, 188. We're going 47. We're going 47.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
We're going 47. We're going. Yeah! 26. 188. Hey, 47. 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12.
Here go 46. 26.
Now Prescott. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Now a give on the ground, and he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. So, from 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Play fake. Prescott. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. That is Joey Bosa. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's going to look for the home run ball. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Formation for the Cardinals.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Purdy on first down. Into the hands of Watkins. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Here's Purdy on first and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
That's the rookie out of Michigan, Will Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to take over just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with, how well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara. In a moment, we'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. The attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
27.
Now a give up the middle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Niners' 32-yard line.
46. Hey, 47.
2nd down, Prescott. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
There we go.
Gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
McBride is the motion man.
There we go. Kill.
Tight end going in motion here.
There we go. Going to 53.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Hey, kill.
That's Harrison in motion. On second down, it's Dak. Flushed to his left. He's able to keep his eyes downfield for the completion. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal.
First and goal, Arizona.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal.
Kill. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The pickup brings up second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. This is incomplete. But there is a flag. It is back at the line of scrimmage, and this could be a first down.
Get set. You're not.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Outside. 18. What's up? 53. 21. Up.
Here's Purdy. He'll get that out wide to Sampson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. The RPO, one is complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Outside. 18. Yellow. Start.
Throwing again is Purdy. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Get set. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
Purdy gonna put it up again. That'll be taken in by Sampson. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of
Here's a
6.
third down
Makes it
and 4.
3rd and 4.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Get. Yellow.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins. That was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
A 51-yard attempt.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Good snap, good hold, really good operation by the specialist. Gives this offense the lead right before the halftime break. Now the question will be, can they build on this as they try to close this game out as we look forward to the second half?
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Set to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
6-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Okay,
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Top 50. Mustang, Panther up 69. 7 Pirates.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
18 Rattler. Cut like 79 Broncos.
It's Sanders. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Whoa. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Their own 43-yard line.
Kill! Yeah! There we go! Hey, kill! 27! 26!
On first and 10, Prescott. That's to the right side. Up by the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Benson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Catch made. Right side by Wilson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Now a third and 2.
Kill! Yeah, there we go! Hey, check! 26.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. First down and more inside the 20. And he's in! Touchdown, Cardinals! That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Extra point now by Riley. The kick is good. And the Cardinals are on top. It's 14-10. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
19 Lions. Cougar 19.
They'll throw on first down with Sanders. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
19-18.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 6, Hawk, 70, Hawk, Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Open man downfield is Kittle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line.
Cowboy 80, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Scoop.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. I mean, whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Start out here with an option to the left. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Yeah! Hey, kill! All right, here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
McCaffrey gonna return it. And he's gonna be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go, back. Press goal 80. 65, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19, Dragons, Cup 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 37-yard line.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. 17 yards, the game now. It's good for a Niners first down.
17 yards.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
First and 10.
Here we go.
He'll get this out wide, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Panthers 60, about 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Panther and Warriors 18. Pioneers. Ready?
From the gun, it's Shador. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Safe kick taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Now a shot here, deep middle. And this will be incomplete. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To the air again. Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open window.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Now Ryland for the extra point.
Ryland for the extra point.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Ready, 60 Eagles, Viking 18.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. And a stoppage here for injury. One of the Cardinals shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Let's go now.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Down to the 10. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.